So we want to factor f of x, given that negative 4 is a 0 of f. So if negative 4 is a 0 of f, I know that when I perform the synthetic division for f, that I should find a 0, in fact I will, for my last term here, meaning that there's no remainder. So let's go ahead and see what happens here. So I'm going to bring down the 2, and I have negative 4 times 2 is 8. 7 plus 8 is 15. Negative 4 plus 15, oh, I forgot to do negative 8, pardon me. That should be a negative. Negative 4 times 2 is a negative 8. So let's erase the 15 here. 7 minus 8 is going to give me a different answer. I'm going to have a negative 1. Better. Negative 4 times negative 1 will give me a positive 4. Negative 14 plus 4 is going to give me a negative 10. Negative 4 times negative 10 is a positive 40. Negative 40 plus 40 is 0. And just as I would have expected, this shows the negative 4 is a factor of f. So how can we use this information to solve this equation, f? Well, here's what I have. I now have that I went from a third degree polynomial of f, and I have factored it into x plus 4. Remember, x, when we work with the negative, like we did for negative 4, that meant that it was of the form x plus c. So I have an x plus 4 times a 2x squared minus x minus 10. This is what we're working with. We already had this given information, but we now, by synthetic division, just found this. Now, if I set these both equal to 0 and solve, I can find the values for x. So, I'm going to start by first leaving this alone, but I am going to go ahead and factor that second degree polynomial in green. And you probably already know I'm going to make a diamond. I need to multiply 2 times negative 10 to get negative 20. And then I have a negative 1 here. So I need two numbers who multiply to give me a negative 20 and add to give me negative 1. How about negative 5 and 4? So if this is the case, then remember I need to proceed now by factoring by grouping. So I'm going to have a 2x squared minus 5x plus 4x minus 10. Factor out what's common in group 1. This is going to be a x. I'm left with 2x minus 5. Bring down the sign. Factor out what's common here, which is a 2, and you're left with 2x minus 5. Notice that's what's in the parentheses matches. Now we can't forget that we have this x plus 4 that's hanging out. All we've done is we said we have an x plus 4 times, instead of writing it as 2x squared minus x minus 10, I can now write it as what I factored it to be, which is x plus 2 and a 2x minus 5. All of this is equal to 0. So now, by the zero product property, which tells us that if you have the products of things that are equal to 0, one of them has to equal 0 or all. So I have x plus 4 equals 0. I have x plus 2 equals 0, and 2x minus 5 equals 0. Solving each of these, we already know that this means x equals negative 4, which we already knew, that was given. This one tells me x equals negative 2, And with just a teeny bit more algebra here, I'll get that 2x equals 5, therefore x equals 5/2. These are the three solutions to my equation. So I have now solved this equation, and this is what I have. I have the solution set that is given by -4, -2, and 5/2.